95% of the human energy I see every day is trapped, not creating destiny, just chasing two obsessions: money and sex. It's a trap so subtle, most of the people never even realize they are caught in it. For centuries, people believed that chasing wealth meant sacrificing balance. But then I discovered a secret hiding in plain sight: the Kama Sutra. It's only 20% about sex. The rest, an ancient blueprint for clarity, wealth, balance, and conscious living. So, how did a sacred text on self mastery become the world's biggest taboo? Because what I didn't expect was to uncover a single truth hidden within it, something so powerful enough to transform how we live, think, and experience ourselves. Stay till the end, because once this clicks, you will never see the Kama Sutra or your own desires the same way again. And when this does, a challenge awaits.
You need to understand this culture. Unfortunately, it's all been messed up and botched up. We are a godless country, we are a country without any morals. There's no morality in this country. We could live like this and really live well because there was a huge rise of consciousness. Everything could be looked at simply the way it is. People were ruled by their consciousness, not by morality, not by the fear of punishment, simply by the sense of living.
Imagine that, a civilization guided not by rules, but by self awareness. Back then, anything could be talked about anywhere, but something changed.
Slowly that is changing because now we have taken in Western morality where something is good, something is bad, something is God, something is devil, something is high, something is low, something is pure, something is impure. There was no such thing in this culture.
When we divided the mind with guilt, calling one thing holy, another thing dirty, the forbidden became the obsession. And once you say don't think about it, it becomes all you can think about. This is how suppression became sickness, and the sacred turned shameful. But what happens when a 10,000-year-old culture understands the mind deeply enough to never need morality at all? The truth is, the Kama Sutra was never just a manual for pleasure. It was a blueprint for balance, a way to live consciously across three pillars: dharma, your duty; artha, your wealth; and kama, your pleasure. Each meant to support the other, not compete with it.
People who did not understand the nature of human mind brought morality into life. People who understood the mind the way it is, in this culture we never said anything is bad or good. We just said this is how it is. How much of what you do in your life is an individual choice.
This was Bharat's spiritual genius: clarity without judgment. In our culture, life wasn't seen through sin and virtue, only through awareness and choice. Even something as simple as how much you eat or love is personal, not prescribed.
But now Western doctors are telling us, all of us should eat so many calories. It's just rubbish. That's not how the way the body works.
They knew no two minds or bodies are the same. So, why should morality or pleasure be one size fits all? This is why the Kama Sutra was written, to describe life as it is, not as we wish it to be. But then, why such explicit detail? Why map out sexuality like a science experiment?
Somebody wrote a text on that. What are all the different ways it happens? What are all the different types of bodies that people have? And compatibility of two different individuals, everything in explicit detail somebody wrote because they never thought… they're not looking at like this, they did not think it's pornography, you understand? They're just describing life as it is.
They didn't glorify it, they documented. Just as they wrote books on astronomy and mathematics, they wrote one on sexuality. Simply, directly, truthfully.
So it's like your physics, chemistry textbook, just like that they wrote a sexual textbook. They didn't make much bones out of it.
Imagine that, a culture so awake that it documented intimacy the same way it documented astronomy. But when a guilt-ridden so-called modern world looked at it later, it saw pornography instead of clarity. We see sin where the ancient saw science. We turned what was once sacred understanding into forbidden temptation, and that misunderstanding That resistance is the real reason human energy is wasted.
If you just let it be, reproductive organs are a small part of who you are. But what should be in the reproductive organ has been very efficiently pushed up into the human head. Now sexuality is not happening in their bodies, it's happening in their head all the time. In your body, it's a natural process. In your head, it's a sickness.
The sickness isn't the body, it's the resistance to the body. When you push nature away, it doesn't disappear, it mutates. The Kama Sutra was never about indulgence, it was always about integration. It says, master the 64 arts, from music and painting to conversation, and become a complete, graceful human being.
There is nothing right about it, wrong about it, it's just one little aspect of our life. If we resist it, it'll rise into our head, and now it looks like entire life is just about that.
That's the forgotten wisdom. When you stop resisting your nature, you stop being ruled by it. And what was once your distraction becomes your doorway to balance and higher possibilities. So here is my challenge for you. For just one day, observe your desires without judgment, without guilt, not as sin or shame, as energy, waiting to be directed consciously. Because only when you see life as it is, can you truly master it. If this opened your eyes, tap here to watch my next video as we uncover what Sadhguru reveals about success. Something that will make you question everything you have learned. Rana.